And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and the FHSAA special presentation of District Championship Baseball, live from the USSSA Space Coast Complex tonight. It's a situation we've seen before. In fact, we've seen it a lot. It's the Melbourne Bulldogs and the Viera Hawks battling it out for a district championship. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski, and tonight's broadcast is brought to you by W&J Construction and Anchor Plumbing. In fact, when you look at this series, you got to go back quite a ways to find the last time one of these teams won two in a row in the same season. You'd have to go all the way back. I'm going to make sure I'm right here. The 2016. For the last time one team won two games in the same season, and it was Melbourne with an 8-3 and a 9-3 win. These two teams have played twice already this season. A 7-2 Bulldog victory on the 29th of March and a 4-2 Hawk victory back on March 7th. We'll give you the starting lineups here for the Melbourne Bulldogs. Leading off and playing center field will be Jake Roberts. Batting second and playing shortstop will be number 21, Bryson Ayala. Batting third and playing right field, the power hitter, Michael Petit. Batting fourth and playing left field, swinging a hot stick this year, Christian Dillard. You'll see two of the best catchers in the state tonight, and one of them bats fifth for the Melbourne Bulldogs in Jake Witherspoon. Batting sixth, and he pitched the other night, Brevin Smith. Batting seventh and playing third base will be Kyle Grassani. Batting eighth and doing the DH duties tonight, number 33, Jackson Hall. And batting ninth and playing first base will be Lawrence Winslow. For the Viera Hawks on the bump tonight is Dylan Jordan, the hard-throwing lefty. I tell you what, throws nothing but strikes this year, 3-2 with a 0.43 ERA. In 33 2/3 innings pitched this year, Jordan has given up just 15 hits, 9 runs, only 2 of them earned, 13 walks, and 62 strikeouts. As Jake Richardson steps in. And Jordan's first pitch offering to Richardson is a curveball for a strike. Richardson comes in batting .394 this year. He's got one of the 21 Melbourne home runs, 3 triples and 8 doubles for manager Jose Soto. The 0-1 is way outside. 1-1. I'd like to say hello to Diana Heredia. And I love seeing you on, Diana. The pitch. That'll catch the outside corner. 1-2 to Richardson. Take you around the the Viera infield here in just a second. If this thing is anything like the game last night, these programs put on the softball field way outside for a ball, then we're in for quite a treat tonight. Over at third base tonight for the Hawks, it'll be Cam Simpkins. At shortstop, one of the better gloves in the county, Adriel Torres. Second baseman is Cole Smith. Over at first base, it'll be Fano Cruz. The 2-2 is low, 3-2. From left to right, it'll be Luke Campbell in left, Jack Malatino in center, and Ryan Lewis over and right. And one of those other best catchers in the state of Florida is behind the dish tonight, the battery mate to Dylan Jordan, Alex Sosa. And there's a chopper to Cruz, and Cruz flips to Jordan, and that is one out here. Nice play by Cruz. Bryson Ayala will step in, and I'll tell you what, I say it every time, and I'll say it again tonight. Just love the makeup of this young man. Ayala only batting .371, He's got 2 of the 21 home runs this year. He's got a 777 doubles and 18 RBIs for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs with the green jerseys and the white pinstripes, and Viera in home white tonight. James Savetti says, go Mel High. Robbie Barron says, let's go Viera. Top first, no score. Jordan rocks, kicks, and fires, and that is fouled hard off of Alex Sosa, who limps out of the box there. Kind of as the home plate umpire will walk out. Your umpires tonight are Ed Dufresne down at first, Zachary Burr over at third, and Randy Wood behind the dish tonight. A veteran crew. Jordan throws in the 90s. In fact, the Hawks got 3 players that top that gun out in the 90s. The 0-1. High, ball 2. Hey, what's going on, bud? And that is 2-1. And there's a chopper foul. Sosa, Wicker, Jordan, and Glendenning, all first-team Cape Coast Conference. Give you the Bulldogs coming up here in a minute. The 2-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner, 2 outs. And here comes one of the best high school hitters, quite honestly, you'll ever see, in Michael Petit. Michael comes in batting .362, 32 RBIs, 8 home runs. He starts him off with a strike. Petit, OBP, yeah, let's talk about that. 500, 862, a 1.362 OPS, and he pops this up high into shallow or mid right field, and it's hauled in by Ryan Lewis for the third and final out. Well, 3 up and 3 down. A good start for Dylan Jordan. We head to the bottom of inning number 1. Melbourne nothing, and Viera coming to bat. All right. Manager Jose Soto with a lot of confidence tonight in freshman. Make sure I get his first name right here. Michael Foucher. Just a freshman. Comes in at 2-1 with a 1.58 ERA. This is his sixth appearance of the season. Foucher this year in 17 2/3 innings pitched has allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. He's 20 walks, 16 strikeouts. Opponents are batting, though, just 136 against him, and they only get on base 37% of the time. Let's take you around that Melbourne infield. Over at third base, it'll be Kyle Grassani. At shortstop, the aforementioned Bryson Ayala. Over at second base will be Brevin Smith, your first baseman, Lawrence Winslow. From left to right, it'll be Christian Dillard in left, Jake Richardson in center, and over in right field, Michael Petit. Behind the plate is Jake Weatherspoon, and as we just told you, it'll be Michael Foucher on the bump tonight. Warm-up's done, and we are ready for the bottom of inning number 1. It'll be Jack Malatino, Adriel Torres, Alex Sosa, Lucas Glendenning, Luke Campbell, Cam Simpkins, Fano Cruz, Ryan Lewis, and Cole Smith for manager Brock Doty as Malatino steps in. Malatino, an outstanding leadoff hitter. Hey, bud. First pitch offering to Malatino is right where the freshman wants to be. That's over the plate for strike one. Malatino, a 387 average this year, 6 doubles, 18 RBIs. Malatino, 530 OBP. Ground ball to the second baseman, up and over to first. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And down goes Malatino on 2 pitches. As Adriel Torres will step in. You want to talk about somebody that's been tearing it up here towards the end of the season. It is the shortstop for the Viera Hawks, Adriel Torres. Torres comes in batting .338. He's got a home run. That was an inside to Parker, by the way. You saw here on Brevard Sports Network. That one nearly hit him. Gets out of the way. Torres, a scrappy hitter at the plate. It's tough to strike out. The 1-0 outside 2-0 to Adriel. That's a strike at the knees on the corner, 2-1. Sosa on deck. The 2-1 is a chopper to Ayala, up and over to Winslow for out number 2. So that'll bring up another one of the best hitters you'll see in this county, Alex Sosa. Alex comes in batting .481. He's got 3 home runs, 23 RBIs this season. Alex gets on base frequently, shall we say, 63% of the time. He's got a 1.427 OBPS. Pretty good, wouldn't you say? That'll catch the outside corner for strike one. 0-1 to Alex. That'll bounce in what we're all led to believe is dirt, but it's a rug. 1-1. I'm a little bummed tonight. I don't see any of these radar guns I'm accustomed to. They're here. I just don't know where. And there's a shot to the center fielder. And coming on. Oh, what a grab by Richardson to rob Sosa of a sinking single. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Little Jerry Lee Lewis to get us going here in the top of inning number 2. I tell you what, if you're Michael Falcher, you couldn't be more pleased with the top of or the bottom of inning number 1. You kept your pitch count under 12 that inning, and you got 3 quick outs. Due up for Melbourne will be Christian Dillard, Jake Weatherspoon, and Brevin Smith. And now I see the row that all the radar guns are sitting in. As the scouts all bump hands, I'll show them to you. I don't see my guy here, though. with the Chicago Cubs World Series ring. That was quite a thrill for me a couple weeks ago. All right, stepping in now, Christian Dillard. Dillard batting .407 this year, just a junior. He's got 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, 22 hits, 15 runs scored for the Bulldogs as Jordan steps back on the mound for his second inning of work. And I'm going to try and get a peek at what this gun says here.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 3, Christian Dillard.
And the first pitch offering from Jordan to Dillard is 91 mile an hour on the radar gun, and strike one. Outside. There's a chopper down to third, up, and good throw over to Cruz. Nice play by the third baseman, Cam Simpkins, for 1 out. Jake Weatherspoon will step in. Weatherspoon with a home run the other night. Comes in batting .312. He's got 3 bombs this year, 12 RBIs, and 3 doubles for Melbourne. 1 out here in the top of the second. No score between the Bulldogs and the Hawks. Curveball misses. Bulldogs need this one a heck of a lot more than Viera does. Tell you why in a minute. Curveball doesn't break until late. 2-0. Melbourne dropped 5 of their final 6 regular season games. And in doing so, the 2-0, strike one. And in doing so, fell from 5 in the regional rankings down to 7. Now, only the top 8 teams from each region make it. But I think by reaching this game, and there's a ground ball to Simpkins again, takes it to the body, over to Cruz, 2 outs. Now, in doing so, I believe they have done enough, obviously, to receive an at-large bid if they don't win this game. It's done a little differently this year. It is the 4 district winners that will advance, obviously, the same as years past. But what's changed is you're not guaranteed a top 4 seed as a district tournament champion. You are guaranteed a playoff berth. You're not even guaranteed a playoff game, and I'll explain that. The first pitch offering is swung on and missed by Brevin. And the reason for that is because there is a potential, and we saw it in football, the 0-1 to Brevin is outside, is that you could be paired up with a higher-seeded district champ if you are a district champ, and in that case you would have to travel. So we did see that quite a bit in football. We saw it in basketball. 1-1 is driven into center field, but Malatino is under it and hauls it. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score. But you saw that scenario last night when softball. And congratulations to the Lady Hawks, Viera Hawks, who defeated top state, one of the top state-ranked teams in Florida in the Melbourne Bulldogs, 3-1 last night. Skylar Wagoner struck out 16 and hit a solo home run off of Jazzy Frantic last night. But Melbourne must now travel in round 1. Now, it's likely that Viera and Melbourne will play in round 2 in the regional semifinals. I'm not sure Viera had, even that win last night over Melbourne probably won't be enough to catapult them above Melbourne in the regional rankings to the FHSAA. So that regional semifinal game would go back to Melbourne, because after round 1, you then revert to whomever the highest seed is. It's only taken me 4 seasons to figure this out. I botched it during football. I botched it during basketball. Well, 3 seasons. I finally got it all figured out as it gets ready to end here as we get set to head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Lucas Glendenning, Luke Campbell, and Cam Simpkins for the Hawks. Viera comes in tonight batting .336 as a team. Great OBP of .461. Lucas Glendenning steps in. Lucas this season a .455. 6 doubles. Lucas does not have a bomb yet this year.
The designated hitter, number 17, Lucas Glendenning.
And Foucher, who had about as good of an inning as you can have for a freshman in a district championship game, starts Glendenning off back in the first inning. Starts Glendenning off with the ball inside, 1-0. He's overthrowing a little bit here to start the top of the second, 2-0. Hitters count now for Glendenning, and he'll take a beautiful curveball for strike one, 2-1. Two and two, and Foucher battles back. Randy Wood, very consistent strike zone tonight. The 2-2 to Glendenning. Outside, and the count is run full at 3-2. The 3-2 is low, and a leadoff walk for Lucas Glendenning.
Not adding for the Hawks, the left fielder, number 8,
Luke started off the season slow, but called on really against Heritage Panthers in a game we did about a month ago. And Luke finished out the season about as hot as anybody in the county. Batting .360. He's got a home run, 2 triples, 3 doubles, and 20 RBIs. And he's first pitch swinging. And Campbell finds the hole between short and third. And with nobody out here, Campbell with a base hit. And Lucas Glendenning will stop at second. And Campbell at first as Cam Simpkins steps up.
the third baseman, number 22,
Little seeing eye single there between third and short. And Simpkins this year, .351 hitter. .49 plate appearances. See if he tries to lay a bunt down here. He does show it. He does lay it. Drops it. Nice drop. Over to third. Nice play by Foucher to get Glendenning on the lead. Good play by the freshman. And Simpkins reaches on a fielder's choice. Campbell down to second. 1 out. Outstanding field presence there for
the first baseman, number 12, Fano.
So first and second, 1 out now as Fano Cruz steps in. Cruz will look at a hook for strike one. Fano on the season, .263. He's got a home run, 3 triples, and 3 doubles. He's an RBI guy, though. He's got 19 of those for manager Brock Doty. The 0-1. Foucher takes a peek back at second, small lead. The pitch, and there's a chopper foul down the first base side. 0-2. Fano Cruz. Jackson Hall. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong lineup. Ryan Lewis on deck. 0-2 now to Fano. Let's see what Foucher does here. Witherspoon sets outside corner. Good waist pitch. Tried to hit the black, just missed. 1-2. No hold at first, obviously, with a runner at second. Fhsaa comes to a set, kicks and fires outside, and the count is even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Hawks and the Bulldogs. Outside again, and after getting ahead of Fano 0-2, Fhsa's fallen behind 3-2. So let's see what Brock Doty does here as he's down at third base. Does he start the runners? Weatherspoon's one of the best arms in the county. I'd just leave him put. The 3-2 coming. And this ball is popped up and will get out of play. The count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'd like to welcome in Mike Moffitt, Satellite up 1-0 over Merritt Island. I believe that is Key out of 2A and Jake Walliver pitching in that one tonight. And Caleb Brown and Jackson Robb on the call there. 3-2. Here to Fano Cruz. I'd like to thank Big Mike Moffitt of Scott Sporting Goods for chiming in and giving us a score update there. The 3-2 one more time, and it bounces on the carpet, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for Ryan Lewis. Lewis comes in batting .304 this season. 6 RBIs, 2 doubles. Brock Doty tells him, there they are. What do you got? Oh, you can surely store those right there. Please do. I would love to show those on the camera there. There you go. I'll make sure nothing happens to them. You got it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And that gets away. And it's 1-0. Got a little surprise to show you here between innings.
Hey fans, head on down to the Hawks Nest. They got a chicken tender meal tonight from Walk-Ons for $7. What a deal.
And it's 1-0.
For you Melbourne fans, those are Hawks wings you can eat.
What are those Buttes? The 1-0. 2-0. No place to put Ryan Lewis. The number 9 hitter, Cole Smith, is on deck, and Witherspoon goes out to have a conversation. The winner tonight will take home one of these babies. There's a runner-up trophy there, and it's sitting right here on the broadcast desk of Brevard Sports Network. That hat's for the player of the game. I'm sure they'll be just thrilled to get that. And it's 2-0 now to Ryan Lewis. Cruz at first. Simpkins at second. Campbell at third. The 2-0 popped up and in the infield. Should be the infield fly rule. And it is. And it's hauled. And that's 2 outs. So the bases are loaded. Now, as good as both of these teams are, there are deficiencies. And one of the things that Viera definitely struggled with at times this year was runners scoring with runners in scoring position, coming up with a clutch hit. Now, they're a great 2-out hitting team. They've done that very well all year. But on a lot of occasions, they've stranded a lot of runners. And the first pitch offering from Fhsaa to Cole Smith is a ball outside. Smith comes in batting 185. So if you're looking at the stat sheet alone, Fhsaa with a good opportunity to leave the bases loaded if he can get Smith here. And you got to go after the number 9 hitter. You can't play with him. And right now, Fhsaa trying to paint the corner, and it's 2-0. And that's a strike. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. 2 out. Bases juiced. The pitch way outside. And it's 3-1 to Smith. Malatino on deck. And again, the Hawks have been good with 2 outs. Kind of an oxymoron. If they've been good with 2 outs, how can they be bad with runners in scoring position? Well, it's weird, but they have. 3-1. And that is a walk to Cole Smith. And Luke Campbell will touch up. And it's 1-0 Viera. And we go back to the top of the lineup to Jack Malatino. And Jack grounded out to the second baseman, his first time up. Malatino with an opportunity now here with bases loaded. And here comes pitching coach Dave Barraquette. And while Coach Barraquette comes out to talk to his freshmen, just want to say congratulations again to the Viera Hawk girls softball team who last night defeated Melbourne 3-1 for the 6A-11 district championship. And, man, I tell you, it was just a great, great game last night by 2 great softball teams who will see each other again.
Visit Fhsaa.com.
And Barraquette finishes his conversation and heads back to the dugout as Malatino steps in. So, 1 single in the inning. That was by Luke Campbell. That a beautiful pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1. Billy Martin, my guy. 0-1. And pitch pretty much in the same place, but I think it crossed a little higher. Outside or high. We'll take your pick. 1-1. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Adriel Torres would be next. There it is. And Foucher paints that one. 1-2. So far, if he can hit it there again, he will have painted a masterpiece on Malatino. The pitch, and he gets him. First base, that's it. That's the inning. He gets Malatino to strike out, and that'll end the inning. But Viera puts 1 on the board on a walk in. Luke Campbell with the lone hit of the inning. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Viera. Want to thank Walk-Ons tonight. They are providing chicken meal tender deals here at the stadium for a fundraiser for the Hawks RBI Club. And the Hawks RBI Club has just been golden to us this year and in years past. So we want to thank Pete Sosa and, of course, everybody affiliated with the Hawks RBI Club. And that includes Miss Leanne Keith, and just a great job that the Hawks RBI Club does in Walk-Ons tonight, providing chicken tenders for a fundraiser. So come on down to the park. And Dylan Jordan starts off with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball to Kyle Grassani for strike one. Grassani comes in, batting 185 this year. And that is a beaut. That fastball, all kinds of movement on it. The 0-2. 91 mile an hour again. And Grassani down on strikes. And Jackson Hall steps in. Jackson Hall comes in batting .219 this season. Melbourne batting .309 as a team. They got a .435 OBP, .487 slugging, .922 OBPS. Jordan's first pitch offering is the fourth straight strike of the inning, and it's 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Student sections here. Strike two. 1-2. 91 again. I'd like to welcome in Miss Cindy Turner Kirk. One of my all-time favorites. 1-2. Ooh. 2-2. I don't know where that missed. Probably high. A little high. The 2-2. And nice job there by Hall to get a bat on that. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 outs. The third strikeout of the night.
Now batting for Melbourne, the first baseman, number 36, Lawrence Winslow.
As Lawrence Winslow steps in. Winslow batting 197 this year. And Lawrence is wearing the number tonight that's actually on the Max Preps roster. He's got 3 different numbers. I've seen him in 42 and 19 this year. And Jordan hits the outside corner for strike 1. And Alex Sosa tried to pull that back. He's 91, 92 consistently on the gun here tonight. The 1-1. And that is lofted down the first base side and into the seats. The capacity crowd of about 15,000 on hand here tonight. Battle for the foul ball. And the 1-2 coming from Jordan. He got him. First base umpire, Ed Dufresne. Oh, my goodness. Ed Dufresne. Okay, Ed, I love you, but I think he went on that one. And it's 2-2. Deuce is wild here. The pitch. And that one is lifted into shallow center field. Malatino can't get it. It'll drop, but there to back it up was Ryan Lewis. And Lawrence Winslow, after catching a break on what should have been a strike three, drops a base hit into right center field. And we go back to the top of the order again. And Jake Richardson, who grounded out to Fano Cruz, who flipped to Jordan his first time up. So a good job by Winslow there to make use of a big break. 2 outs, though. That's a strike. 92. Bobby Caruso. Let's go Hawks and Bulldogs. Great kids who have played together for years. Isn't that the truth? In all sports. The 0-1. Winslow. That just misses. 1-1. That's a strike. 1-2 to Richardson, who made an outstanding catch out in center field back in the first inning on Alex Sosa's dying fly ball. And it's 1-2. Say hello to Double D, Daryl Duran in Freedom, Oklahoma tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jordan comes to a set. Winslow with not a big lead. He goes. Sosa throws, bounce throw, and Torres dropped it. Would have had him, it looked like, but nice job by Lawrence Winslow to steal the base and get into scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now. So deuces are wild with a runner at second. Throw a 4th 2 on the board. And for Winslow, that is his second stolen base of the year. So Richardson with an RBI opportunity out there. He's got 17 of them, and that ball lined into the seats, and there goes the capacity crowd again for the foul ball. If you return foul balls here, they give you candy treats. Top of the third, 1-0. Melbourne, or Viera, I should say. Melbourne at the plate. Richardson 2-2. Jordan peeks in, gets the sign from Sosa. Nice lead for Winslow at second. Here's the pitch. Oh, nearly hit him. Tried to snap one off there, just didn't snap. And the count is full with Bryson Ayala on deck. And we saw Bryson last year as a freshman in this district championship game come up big. But it wasn't big enough as Viera won this district championship last year and then lost in the regional semifinals here at home. So 3-2. Jordan, who I think's got a career in the major leagues coming. The pitch way outside, and Richardson battles back to draw a walk, and it's now first and second with 2 outs, and Bryson Ayala to the dish, and Ayala struck out his first time up when he came into the game here tonight, batting .371. He also is an RBI producer. He comes in with 18 of them, and he's got 2 home runs this season.
You know you missed dinner and you know you're hungry, so go get you some. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 21, Bryson Ayala.
That's a strike on the corner. Merritt Island leading Satellite 3-1. Oh and 1 to Ayala. And that one is lofted foul back in the parking lot. The 0-2 coming. And there's a shot that gets into left field. Being waved home is Winslow, and he's going to score. The ball is cut. And Bryson Ayala comes through with a 2-out, 2-strike single that scores the first Bulldog run. And we're all tied up at 1-1. Nice job by Winslow to steal a base there. And Ayala cashes in with RBI number 19. And Michael Petit steps in. Petit flied out to Ryan Lewis, his first time up. Still 2 outs. Good piece of hitting by Ayala on 2 strikes. Inside, Michael shaking his head at Dylan Jordan. For what reason, I don't know. 1-0 to the UAB commit. High and tight again. He shakes his head at him again. Jordan just may not give him anything to hit here, and Sosa goes out to try to calm him down. Now it's Dylan Jordan who's overthrowing. And Alex goes out to point that out to him. Two on, 2 out. 1-2 at the plate, and Michael Petit. The 2-0 coming from Dylan Jordan. Strike one. And that's a good placement if you're going to throw a fastball to Michael Petit. Inside part of the plate. Jam him up. 2-1 now. I like Michael's aggressiveness in the back because he gets right up on the plate. And that's high for ball 3. And Michael trying a little psychology on Dylan as he just keeps shaking his head at him after every ball. It appears to be working. 3-1. All of this has come with 2 outs here for Melbourne, just as it did for Viera. The 3-1, and Michael liked it, fouled it off, and the count is now full. So we got a battle here between one of the best hitters in the state and one of the best pitchers in the state. going head-to-head right here on a 3-2 count. Who's going to win the battle? And that's what it's all about. Jordan gets him on an off-speed pitch to end the inning. But the Melbourne Bulldogs and Bryson Ayala with 2-out base hit, 2-strike base hit, drives in Lawrence Winslow, who stole a base, an important base, and we go to the bottom of the third, tied at 1. All right, nice inning by the Bulldogs there to rally and score a run with 2 outs. It's 1-1 as Adriel Torres steps in. Adriel grounded out to the shortstop his first time up, and Fhsaa doing a good job here. The future is bright for this freshman and manager Jose Soto. Speaking of Jose Soto, what a player he was in his time, huh? Talk about that after this pitch. Outside, Soto played at UCF, and in 1987, batted .400, set records for home runs and runs batted in. Still holds the career on-base percentage record at UCF, does Soto. And that'll be ball 3. So Torres, who is a pest on the bases, to put it politely, will be taken here and is one. That's a beaut. 3-1. Melbourne, a pretty good fielding team this year, a .938 fielding percentage. They've had their moments, but 36 errors. And look at Fhsaa battling back here. And it's even up at 3-2. Soto, Cyril Hopping, Dave Barraquette, Mike Cortez, the third base coach, Ricardo Ayala, first base coach, and Torres draws a walk. And that'll bring up Alex Fhsaa. And the North Carolina State commit comes in.
Number 13, Alex Sosa.
Alex Sosa has been previewed for the upcoming Major League Draft. About a month ago, Major League Baseball sent somebody to spend the day with him and shoot some footage. And the other day, I'll get the website to it, but put out a preview of Sosa and his draft potential coming up in the month of June. And that's outside. And that's outside, 3-0. Baseball America has Alex's somebody on the rise, MLB.com. Has a video of him up. And over to first goes the throw. Three and 0 to Sosa. Ball 4, and Fhsaa has issued 2 walks to start the bottom half of the third inning, and Lucas Glendenning comes in. And Glendenning walked his last time up and then was thrown out on a bunt attempt by Cam Simpkins.
Number 17, Lucas Glendenning. And running for the Hawks catcher, number 7, Mikey Schmidt.
Mikey Schmidt comes in to run. And it's quite a guy to have run. Mikey pretty quick. 1-1, 1-2-0 for Melbourne, 1-1-0 for Viera. And Glendenning looks at ball 1, low and inside. So Fhsaa is definitely laboring here, and here comes Barraquette as he has thrown now 5, 6 straight balls. And I think we're going to see if I can't see the Bulldog bullpen. Excuse me.
The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high school.
Heading that way right now to warm up is Landon Barney. Look, the Bulldogs lost a lot of pitching last year, and that was the one thing that manager Jose Soto told me about a month ago, that he knew and their staff knew that they would have to develop this year, and they came in with a team ERA of 2.3 or 2.68. They were a plus 86 in run differential. And the Bulldogs put a lot of runs on the board this year, but they also gave up a lot. And that pitching kind of sort of caught up with them a little bit there at the end of the season and dropping 5-6 to teams like Rockledge and Merritt Island. And so, but you can't trade this type of experience for anything, and that's what Fhsa's getting here. Whether he comes out of here with a win or not, in 4 years, 3 years when he's back on the bump, facing Viera for a district championship, and Glendenning drives this one into center field, and Richardson is there to haul it in. And the runner tags. He'll be better for it. But he does get the first out on Lucas Glendenning, and that'll bring up the hot-hitting Luke Campbell, who singled between short and third his last time up. And I think they're trying to buy more time here. I believe somebody is warming up in the bullpen. Yeah, I see the ball tossing. I just can't see who's tossing it. So, depending upon what Fhsaa does here, runners at first and third, and I would imagine Schmidt is at first. Torres is now at third. Fhsaa to Campbell. First pitch, and there's a shot past the third baseman, and Adriel Torres touches up, and Viera takes a 2-1 lead. And Billy Martin, you're right. Luke Campbell, hot bat, and an RBI for Luke.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 22,
as Cam Simpkins steps in. That is the 21st run batted in for Luke Campbell this year. And it's 2-1. Runners at first and second now. Mikey Schmidt, that's a curve ball. Mikey Schmidt at second, Luke Campbell at first. Gets away and down to third base goes Mikey Schmidt. And down to second goes Luke Campbell. So Cam Simpkins now, who bunted last time up. Wasn't a great one. And Foucher was able to throw out Lucas Glendenning at third. And they're going to intentionally walk him to load the bases. And they wanted to face Fhsaa Cruz. And that could also be it for Foucher. Cruz walked his last time up. And it is indeed going to be it for Foucher. And here comes Jose Soto out to make the pitching change. So the freshman gets him through 2 1/3. Gives up 2 hits and 2 runs. Both hits to Luke Campbell. I think that's a good job by the freshman.
As a registered contest official in the Florida High School Athletic Association's Student Officials Program, high school students can begin their officiating careers. For more information, see your school's athletic director or visit the Fhsaa website at
That's what I like to see, his team greeting him there. That was a nice outing by him. And give you details here on the new Bulldog pitcher just as soon as we return. All right, Ty Keeley comes in. Want to say hello to Carol Hurd. Does a great job taking pictures for Melbourne. Ty Keeley. This is Keeley's 10th appearance. He's 4-1 with a 2.15 ERA this season. And Fhsaa Cruz looks at ball one from him. Keeley, in 29 1/3 innings pitched, has given up 25 hits, 13 runs, 9 of them earned. He has walked 12 and struck out 28. Opponents are batting just .219 off the junior. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Fhsaa Cruz at the plate. And he hangs one. It's looped. And Bryson Ayala is there for out number 2, and that'll bring Ryan Lewis to the plate. And this is the second time in the game that Viera's had the bases loaded.
Now batting for the Hawks, the right fielder, number 10, Ryan.
So Lewis also popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Keeley, by the way, if you haven't noticed, is a southpaw. And he throws strikes. And that one bounces on the carpet, 1-0. Top of the 4th, we'll get the scoreboard fixed here after this half inning. Keeley kicks and fires. That's a balk. Yeah, he balked. I was going to say he balked. He absolutely balked. And he balks in a run, and that's unfortunate, but he does. You hate to see that. First base is now open, and Witherspoon's going to go out and explain to him. He came to a set and then just kind of moved. He balked. I saw it right away. So I called it at the same time the umpire did. So it's 3-1. Viera. One and 0. Now runners at second and third. And that's a nice no swing. 2-0. Ed Dufresne says he did not swing. The 2-0 coming. Shows bunt. Pulls the bat back. Three and 0, and they're going to intentionally walk him as well with 2 outs and pitch to Cole Smith. So bases are loaded again, and Cole comes up. Now, Cole Smith walked his last time up. And we're going to see what might get a pinch hitter here. So Coach can't go with Mikey Schmidt here because he has already been put in as a pinch runner. So it's up to Cole Smith. So Smith will get to hit. Now if you're Cole Smith, and what Coach was trying to do here was play the lefty-lefty matchup. I get it. Keeley to Smith is ball 1. Now, if you're Cole Smith here, swing the bat, get a hit here, and show Coach, I can do it. 1-0, Keeley. And I'm going to tell you what, Keeley nearly balked again right there. He's got to be careful. 1-1. And a nice pitch, swung on and missed. Watch his glove. Didn't do it that time. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Follow the bouncing ball at home, if you will. The deuces are wild. 2 in, 2 out, 3 on, 2 strike pitch coming to Cole Smith, who wears the number 2. And it's 3-2. So the runners will be going. They'll get a big-time head start here. And Keeley is struggling to throw strikes. The 3-2. The runners go. Ball 4. And that is another run in. And it's 4-1 Viera. And they're back to the top of the lineup. And Jack Malatina, who's grounded out and struck out, is Viera.
Batting for Viera, the center fielder, number 1, Jack Malatino.
Has scored all 4 of their runs in this one with 2 outs tonight. As Rock is winning over O'Galley. Hey, Beth. Thank you, Beth Neal. Beth, wasn't it you that ordered a hat from me? I sent somebody a message on Facebook, but I have a hat. I believe it was you, Beth. Here's the pitch, and that ball is popped up, and Cruz shallow and hauls it. And finally, Melbourne gets out of it, but not before the Hawks score 3 times. They get just 1 hit, and then once again comes from Luke Campbell. Five walks in the inning. We go to top of the 4th, 4-1 Viera. Well, Miss Beth, I have that hat. I've got that hat. I'll get it down there, but I've got it for you. I've got it. Sorry it took so long. But they are in. And in fact, we'll be giving 1 out tonight. There they are. And those will also be given out tonight right there. It's a pretty picture right there, isn't it? The district championship trophies. The championship trophies on the right, the runner-up trophy on the left. That is a pretty trophy. All right, we head to top of the 4th. It'll be Dillard, Weatherspoon, and Brevin Smith to face Dylan Jordan. And Jordan's having a good night, but yeah, probably about not. I'm sure he would tell you he's capable of better. He's falling behind a lot tonight. First pitch offering is chopped foul. And that is a perfect strike. No, I think the camera angle looks pretty good. Pretty pleased with it. 0-2. Jordan. And that ball is lined into right back. Track. Hauled. What a catch out there by the right fielder, Ryan Lewis. On the warning track. Stretched out. I'm sorry, Mr. Rivera, but this is how we do it. I apologize.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 10, Jake Weatherspoon.
And that's a heck of a catch there by Ryan Lewis. And that gets outside. Ball one. What a catch. That's a web gem by Lewis. And Weatherspoon grounded out to the third baseman, and this shot into right field. Opposite field base hit for Weatherspoon. And Jake, the Indian River State College commit, is aboard.
Coming on to run for the Bulldogs.
Keep our eye over here.
Bulldogs. Second baseman, number 7, Brevin Smith.
So Brevin Smith comes to the dish. Brevin, his last time up, flied out to the center fielder. And that is low and outside for a ball. 1-0. Nice move. Back in plenty of time, though, is Brevin. Outside corner. And it's 1-1 to Brevin. Brevin came in batting .266 on the season. Nice lead at first. Pitch. Outside corner again. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a little further out, and it's 2-2. Jordan, good lead at first. And he goes. A little hit and run on there. Two balls and 2 strikes. We'll keep our eye again over here on the runner. You see him come into your screen here in just a second. And there he is on the right-hand side. Let's see if he takes off again here. Jordan gives him a peek. And he stays put this time. And that is a punch out. Looking, and 2 outs as Kyle Grisani steps in. And that's high for a ball. 1-0. 2 outs here. Top of the 4th. Grounded back behind the plate, and it's 1-1 now.
Hey fans, reminder that the winner of tonight's championship game advances to the regional tournament quarterfinal next Wednesday. Check Fhsaa.com for the sites and times of the game.
The 1-1, and down he goes. Sosa to second, no chance. Heck of a jump. Stolen base. See what Brock. I'm not sure what Brock's. What happened? What happened here? Uh-oh. What we got going on here?
Hey fans, posting pictures from today's event on your social media accounts will tag the FHSAA and we'll retweet and share it. Follow the FHSAA on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat by searching for FHSAA. You can also like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/FHSAA. On the site, you can keep up with the teams of people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. That's facebook.com/FHSAA.
All right. Two and one. 3-1. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. Jordan rocks, kicks, and fires. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And that will end the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-2-0 for the Bulldogs. 4-3-0 for Viera. All right, here we go. In the bottom of the 4th inning. As Adriel Torres steps in. The first pitch from Keeley is a shot to Brevin Smith. Smith eats it up and nearly threw it away, but he gets Torres. And it's 1 out. Alex Sosa steps in. Alex flew out to the center fielder and walked. His pinch runner, Mikey Schmidt, would come around to score. Keeley's first pitch offering to Sosa. Floats in, bends a little, strike 1. Low and inside, 1-1. Two and one. Yep, it's going to be interesting to see where Alex goes in the draft. He will be selected. You just don't get a lot of left-handed hitting catchers with this type of talent. And that's a strike. 2, 3 and 1, or 2 and 2. I'm sorry, 2 and 2. Scoreboard's wrong. It's 2 and 2. So Keeley with 2 strikes to Fhsaa. Alex Fhsaa lifts one in the gap. And Richardson, as he does all the time, tracks it down for out number 2. And this will bring up Lucas Glendenning.
Now batting for the Hawks, the designated hitter, number 17, Lucas Glendenning.
Glendenning tonight walked and flew out to the aforementioned Jake Richardson in center field. Keeley, his first pitch offering to Lucas, is a strike on the outside corner. I say it so often, and we're pretty blessed right here on the Space Coast, but what a beautiful night. 1-1. I feel like a jinx to Lucas. Last year, man, every time I would broadcast a game, Lucas would knock the ball over the park. He gets all his big hits when I don't broadcast. 2 and 1 to Lucas. And that is 3 and 1 now. Tell you where he's going here after this pitch. And Lucas drives one up the middle for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting. Got the bat head out on that one. And Glendenning is headed to Indian River State College. He'll be teammates with Jake Richardson. And, of course, Camden Wicker is headed to Wolford. Glendenning at first, and the batter is Luke Campbell's 2 for 2. Outside, Luke's going to the Naval Academy. I was glad he got a hit there. I'm a superstitious guy. What can I say? 1-1. Keeley's pitch to Campbell is inside. Now Luke's going to be going to the Naval Academy. And not to play baseball, but I tell you, prestigious military institute. Luke, the right guy for that. And that's popped up. Giving chase. And who else but Richardson to haul it in. Witherspoon is good. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know. Witherspoon is. Witherspoon going right. Richardson, USF. That's right. I get the Jakes mixed up. I'm sorry. Thank you for clearing me up there, Miss Monique. But there you go. Now we know. So he'll be teammates with Jake Witherspoon. So Lucas probably be throwing to Jake. And Richardson will be at USF. We go to the top of the fifth. And it's getting late. Melbourne needs to start producing. 4-1 Hawks. All right. We head to the top of the fifth. It'll be Jackson Hall, Lawrence Winslow, and then back to the top of the order with the USF commit, Jake Richardson, for Dylan Jordan.
Starting off the top of the fifth inning for the Bulldogs,
Jackson Hall struck out looking his first time up.
Jackson Hall.
Jordan with 6 strikeouts in the game tonight. And this one is popped up and over my head.
All right, don't forget you can return that down to the dugout for free snacks from walk-ons. You know you want those snacks. You can't eat a baseball, but you can eat snacks from walk-ons.
0-1. Oh, there's a little excuse me check swing up and over to first. Nice play by the third baseman, Cam Simpkins. And that's one out as Lawrence Winslow steps in. Winslow singled and stole a base and scored.
Now batting for Melbourne, the first baseman, number 36, Lawrence Winslow.
Top of the fifth. Winslow steps in. And there's a shot into the gap. And nice job out there by Ryan Lewis to cut it off and get it back. And Lawrence Winslow's having a pretty good night. He's 2 for 2. And back to the top of the Melbourne order. And they need it. Trailing by 4 here. As Jake Richardson steps in, he grounded out to the first baseman and walked. Let's keep our eye, keep the camera kind of cocked that way a little bit. Keep our eye on Winslow and see if he goes. Melbourne with 62 stolen bases on the season, 2 more tonight. And Jordan with a quick throw over. 1-3-0 for Melbourne, 4-4-0 for the Hawks. Jordan kicks and fires outside, ball 1. This inning brought to you by the Marcus May Foundation Golf Tournament coming up. O'Galley and Rockledge 2-2 in the top of the fifth. Thank you very much to Miss Beth Neal, a supporter of Brevard Sports Network. We appreciate her very much. Christian Neal. Popped up, but very much playable out there by Lewis. He calls and hauls for out number 2. And Richardson is retired, and that'll bring up Bryson Ayala, who got a big 2-out, 2-strike RBI his last time up. So Ayala will need to come through. But the Marcus May Foundation first annual golf tournament coming up this weekend at the Durand Golf Club. I'll be there, as well as Marcus May and former and current Florida Gators and former and current NFL players as well. As Winslow with his lead. And there's a shot back to Jordan. And Jordan eats it up like a vacuum. And that will end inning number 5. 1 hit, 1 runner stranded, no runs, 4-1. Viera. Simpkins, Cruz, and Lewis here in the bottom of the 5th. Ty Keeley, who came on with 1 out in the 2nd inning for the starter, Michael Foucher. Simpkins, fielder's choice, walked and flew out to the center fielder. That's a strike. Nice try by Jake, but umpire wasn't biting. 1-1. Is there 2 of you, Daryl? Inside, ball 2. As that beautiful full moon begins to come over the first base side seating area over the flag poles in the stadium. Two and one, Keeley. And there's a dribbler foul down the third base line. You want to know a little secret about these 2 teams? Well, the team that wins this game inevitably 4 of the past 6 years, loses in the regional championship. Go back and look at it. Or the regional semifinals, I should say. Last year, it was Viera that won the district championship, but Melbourne that brought home the victory in the regional semifinals. In 2021, it was Melbourne that won the district championship and Viera in the regional semis. 2-2, swung on and missed, and that's a good-looking pitch. 1 out. Obviously nothing in 2020, but in 2019, same thing. So,
Now batting for the Hawks, the first baseman, number 12, Fhsaa.
picture of their brother up in Oklahoma, Double D. Crazy, man. Oh. Fano Cruz steps in. Outside corner, strike one. He walked and popped out to Bryson Ayala. 2018, same deal. District champs, lost in the regionals. And that one is rocketed. Can Richardson get that one? No. Over his head, around first, and on his way to second is Cruz. Cruz on his way to third, and he'll slide in with a triple. And Fano Cruz is a happy character. Nice job. That one shot over the head of Richardson. And with 1 out, the Hawks have the 5th run 90 feet away.
Now batting for Viera, the right fielder, number 10,
Ryan Lewis steps in. Lewis popped out to the shortstop and walked. High for a ball. And there, that should get Cruz home. Richardson back, and he came in and overplayed it. And stopping at second with an RBI double is Ryan Lewis. Fano Cruz scores the 5th run, and that time Richardson got caught. And that one got over his head, and he'd like to have that back. He took 3 steps in, and by that time realized, uh-oh. And it's 5-1. And Cole Smith steps in, and here comes pitching coach. See if the bullpen door opens here. That's not on Ty Keeley. Those, I would argue to say that even that first one, Richardson would like to have back the Fano Cruz triple, but Fano tagged that one pretty good, and that ball just kept going. But on that last one, Jake came in 2-3 steps, and by the time he realized, and that's a tough ball to play. If you've ever played even beer league softball, if you're in that outfield and you get a line drive hit to you like that, man, those things can jump up in a hurry, and by the time you think you have come in to play it properly, forget about it. It's over your head, and that's what happened to Jake there. The 6th hit of the game for Viera. And coming to the plate will be Cole Smith, who has 2 walks in this one. And just 1 out here.
the second baseman, number 2, Cole Smith.
Top of the order on deck, and Jack Malatino. Keeley. Show goes to Bunning. I'm not sure where that missed. 2-0. That's pretty good. 2-0. That's a strike. 2-1. Way outside. 3-1. Three-two. Keeley to Smith. The payoff. Strike three. Nice pitch by Keeley. 2 outs, and Jack Malatino steps in. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Grounded out to the second baseman, struck out, and popped out.
Fielder number 1, Jack Malatino.
Malatino came in batting .387. That'll drop a shade. Pitch. And there's a butte from Keeley on the outside corner. 0-1. And Keeley's got Jack in the hole. 0-2 now. Adriel Torres on deck. He would be next if Malatino reaches, but he's got a battle to do so here in the bottom of inning number 5. 1 in, a Fano Cruz triple and a Ryan Lewis double. The 0-2 coming. Low. Oh, he called him out on strikes. Malatino strikes out for the second time tonight to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 1 left. We go to the top of the 6th. 5-1 Viera. All right, welcome back here to USSSA Space Coast Stadium. Alan Slaughterzinski with you as you look at Dylan Jordan. A 3-hit, 6 strikeout performance to this point tonight. And he's going to face Michael Petit, Christian Dillard, and Jake Witherspoon here in the top of the 6th. Viera looking to repeat as district champs. As Petit steps in tonight, Michael flied out to the right fielder and struck out his last time up. 2 nights ago, Petit with a 3-run jack against Sebastian River in an 11-1 win.
Starting off for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 12, Michael Petit.
Jordan to Michael, catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And that is chopped foul. And Petit is quickly in an 0-2 hole. I want to say hello to Victoria Benton watching from New York. Go Hawks. Oh, wow. And that one is driven deep down the left field line, but pulled foul. He was sitting on the hook, got it, pulled it. As Krista Stemmer watching from Puerto Rico, and she too says, "Go Hawks!" International broadcast tonight. Well, Puerto Rico, I think they're still trying to make it to 51st state. 0-2. Nice waste. 1-2. Want to thank Marcus May and the Marcus May Foundation. I've had a terrific time promoting this event with Marcus. If you've not had an opportunity to see any of the interviews, please go back and check it out. Marcus is a great guy. The 1-2, and Petit stays alive. Petit just having an outstanding year. The pitch outside, 2-2. When you look at what this young man has done in his baseball career, this year he's 362, 8 home runs. That leads the county. In fact, I think it's 26th or 27th in Florida. 32 RBIs is top 10 in Florida. The 2-2, strike three on the outside corner, and he does not like the call, and he lets the umpire know it. But that's the thing about Michael. He is very emotionally invested. And that's a good thing, and sometimes it can be a hindrance. Christian Dillard steps in, and Dillard swings and misses for strike one. That call's been there all night, that outside corner call. Randy Wood has done a good job with it. And it's basically a know-your-room situation, and Randy Wood allowed him to briefly state his case there. But Michael's the kind of player that'll just shake that off and set his piece and come back and knock one 450 feet, 1-1. And there's a, excuse me, this is going to be tough. Torres up. He won't get him. But I'll tell you what, it's a great play by Adriel Torres and good hustle down the line by Christian Dillard on the excuse me base hit, infield hit. And they got a runner on with one out, and Jake Weatherspoon at the dish. Weatherspoon tonight grounded out to the third baseman and singled his last time up. And down to second base, the throw, safe. And that is the third stolen base of the night. That one by Dillard, and the 65th of the year for the Bulldogs. 1-0. Torres sneaking in behind Dillard. Backs off. Outside for a ball. 2-0. Plate umpire Randy Wood. As for time, Ed Dufresne, Zachary Burr, Randy Woodall have done a terrific job tonight from the MCOA. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runner at second is Christian Dillard. And Jake Weatherspoon takes another ball, 3-0. And Brock Doty thinks about coming out to talk to his pitcher, but turns around and comes back in. And I think he's just asked for a pitch count. 3-0. Strike, and Alex Sosa takes a shot down to second. Three and one now for Weatherspoon, who hit a solo bomb the other night against Sebastian River. The 3-1 coming as Dillon will step off. And Brock Doty is saying, let's go get the batter. We got a 4-run lead. Go get the batter. 3-1. Curveball is ball 4. Weatherspoon thought it was a strike, but it was high. And Jake Weatherspoon now at first, Dillard at second, and here comes manager Brock Doty to talk to his pitcher. Thank you, Billy. Pitch count 88, 89 now, I guess. So 89, and that will do it. He's getting up there. I think he's allowed 105 is what Jordan is allowed.
Hey fans, reminder, the winner of tonight's championship game
105.
to regional tournament quarterfinal action.
And then 7 days, right?
Check out
105 and then 7.
for the sites and times for these games.
That's right. But depends on your age with the FHSAA is how it works. But 17 to 18, 105 pitches, you is what your max is allowed in a game, and anything over 76, you got to get at least 4 days rest. A pitcher at either level, varsity or JV, should be allowed to finish a batter when the pitch count limit is reached during an at-bat, and he shall be replaced immediately when the at-bat ends. Days of rest is a day defined as a calendar day. A varsity level pitcher who has reached 105 pitch limit on Monday should not be allowed to pitch again until, say, Saturday. So that's how that works, and he is at 88 right now. Thank you to Billy Martin. 2 on, 1 out. And the batter is Brevin Smith, who flew out and struck out looking his last time up. .91 now. So this is probably his last inning. And if he doesn't get Brevin Smith, it could be his last batter. Although the next 2 hitters have struck out a combined 3 times tonight and are 0 for 4 in Crisani and Hall. 1-1. Brevin gets a piece. Sosa hangs on. The 1-2 coming. Melbourne needs this. And it's lined down the right field line. Ping pongs around.
Hey, that's a snack ball. That'll score. Free snacks from walk-ons if you return that ball to the first base dugout.
The PA guy keeps telling the younger kids it's free snacks from walk-ons. I think if he said something like, you get a free candy bar, they'd probably be quicker to bring the ball in. 1-2. The runners go. Sosa to third, and he throws the ball in the left field. And up and scoring is Christian Dillard. And a double steal nets a Melbourne run. And that is their fourth and fifth stolen base of the night. And the score is now 5-2. So Dillard with 2 stolen bases following the single. And down at second is Weatherspoon's pinch runner. I missed who it was. And Brevin Smith is 1-2. So the Bulldogs tonight running at will on the North Carolina State commit. 1-2. And this one is launched into the top row of the right field first base seats. And the count stays at 1-2. That one, I'm not sure quite what happened there. It looked like the ball got there in plenty of time. I don't know if Lewis just got caught up with the runner coming in. 2-2. Looked like a good throw. High, ball 3. Looked like a good throw from Sosa. A lot of times you can try and put the tag down before you got the ball. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at it. The count is full now. 1 on, 1 in, 1 out. Brevin Smith from Dylan Jordan. He walked him, and that's probably going to do it. Oh, my. He called a strike 3 on that. Wow. I mean, wow. And didn't see that coming. 2 outs. And that is going to do it for Dylan Jordan. Randy Woods had a good night tonight behind the plate, but that one, that was a ball. And that's going to do it for Dylan Jordan. Jordan's going to go 5 2/3 tonight. He's going to get the strikeout on Smith. Eight strikeouts tonight for Dylan. And we're going to see. Tell you what, we'll step aside. I'll mute it. I'll get the information on the next pitcher, and we'll be right back. 98 pitch night for Dylan, and we'll be back in a minute. And you are looking at the Southpaw sophomore, Brennan Confreda. Confreda is making his 12th appearance of the year. He's 2-1 with a 0.28 ERA. He's also got a save this season. Confreda has pitched 25 innings on the button. He's given up 10 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned, 8 walks, 46 strikeouts, and 87 official at-bats. Opponents are batting just 115 against him with an OBP of just 198. 4-2 O'Galley, top of the 6th, and the Commodores are looking to go back-to-back for district champions. In fact, I think it would be a three-peat for the 5A state runner-up. So to close the book on Dylan Jordan tonight, 98 pitches. He gives up 2 runs, One of them earned 4 hits and strikes out 8. And Melbourne with 2 outs now.
Attention, please. Now pitching for the Hawks, number 16, Brennan Confreda.
So 2 outs now
Bulldogs, the third baseman, number 9, Kyle.
as Kyle Grassani steps in. Grassani struck out swinging and struck out looking tonight. As Beth Neal, I know she's pulling for her Commodores to hold on there in the top of the 6th against the Raiders from Rockledge. And that's a swing and a miss. Yeah, Eddie Dufresne says yes, indeed, on that one. Strike 1 from Confreda. Sophomore with an array of pitches. Brennan to a set. Kicks and fires. Strike 2. He gave up 2 runs, but one of them earned. Strike 3, and Brennan Confreda comes in and shuts down the rally, striking out Grassani for the 3rd time tonight. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 5-2. The Hawk boys trying to watch, or trying to match, I should say, what the Lady Hawks did last night to Melbourne in winning a district championship as Skylar Wagoner with 16 strikeouts and a solo home run in that. As first-year skipper Jason Adams and his Viera Hawks beat the top 10 state-ranked Melbourne Bulldogs 3-1 to win a district championship. In the process, they snap an 18-game winning streak by Melbourne against Brevard County teams and a 3-game skid to the Lady Bulldogs themselves as Adriel Torres steps in. Adriel Torres tonight grounded out, walked, and grounded out to the second baseman as Keeley. Yes, Shane, 98 pitches for Dylan Jordan. One and 0, and this one is lofted into shallow right field and tracked and hauled by Michael Petit for out number 1, and Lucas Glendenning steps in.
Now batting for the Hawks, the catcher, number 13, Alex.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alex Sosa steps in. Jumped right to Lucas. So Alex Sosa steps up. Alex tonight flied out, walked, and flied out again. Twice to Jake Richardson in center field. 5-2, Viera on top. Outs. Oh, strike 1. Close. Yes, I changed the score between innings. I apologize. And Sosa pops this up. And third baseman. Oh, no. Not sure what happened there, but a miscommunication gives a fantastic hitter Another opportunity, but 2 strikes on him now. So if you're Melbourne, you certainly hope that doesn't come back to bite you. And I was answering Shane Martin. Mercy. 0-2. The pitch. And Fhsaa lines out to William Lawrence for out number 2. And that'll bring up Lucas Glendenning.
The designated hitter, number 17, Lucas
Glendenning with a nice, solid base hit his last time up. And that's low from Keeley for a ball. 1-0. Two and 0. You kind of a collective groan from the crowd there as that was Yeah, Jason, I hear you, brother, but I wasn't answering you. There are other people commenting on the stream. 3-0. And that's low. And that's a walk to Lucas. So, there's probably 150 comments on there.
now batting for the Hawks. The left fielder,
As Luke Campbell steps in. And Luke with a couple of base hits tonight and an RBI for Viera. And you know why pitch count matters right now? Because there are teams this time of the year that flat run out of pitching because of it. Ask O'Galley about it a couple of years ago. That coming on, and that's a great try by Petit. Ask O'Galley about it a couple of years ago when they were robbed of a game against Archbishop McCarthy, if pitch count matters. So while I get you don't care about it, it matters in high school baseball. Oh, and 2 to Luke.
coming on to run for the Hawks at first base. Number 9,
I want to say hello to Dean Inman, and welcome, Dean. Watching from Charlottesville, Virginia tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. 0-2 from Keeley. Pitch high and outside for a ball. As I believe it's Dominic Leone's come on the run. I believe he did. And that'll catch. Well, it won't. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild here. Keeley trying to get his team back to the plate. And Campbell shoots one foul. Looking ahead, Melbourne will be down to their final 3 outs. In the top of the 7th, it'll be scheduled will be Jackson Hall, Lawrence Winslow, And back to the top of the lineup with Jake Richardson. Two and two. Leone at first.
Hey fans, make sure to stick around after tonight's game for the presentation of the trophies to both the runner-up and the champion for the District 6A title.
5-2 here. Viera on top. 5-6-1 for the Hawks. 2-4-0 for Melbourne. Keeley, the 2-2 to Campbell. 3-2 now. Count is full. Leone will be off and running on the pitch from Keeley. What a great job Keeley's done coming in tonight. And that's a good piece of hitting by Luke Campbell because that's been called a strike in the last inning and a half. Campbell knows it, lunged the bat out, and fouled it off to stay alive. We'll do it all over again. The payoff pitch coming here. Keeley to Campbell. And Luke lifts one into right field, but playable for Petit. He hauls it for the third and final out. Well, the Melbourne Bulldogs are down to their final 3 outs as we go in to the top of the 7th. Due up Jackson Hall, Lawrence Winslow, and Jake Richardson. 5-2. Viera on top. Three outs or 3 runs until these are awarded. The runner-up and the district champion trophy from the Florida High School Athletic Association there on your screen. And there you see Brennan Confreda warming up between them in blur as we go to the top of the 7th inning here at USSSA Stadium between the Melbourne Bulldogs and the Viera Hawks. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here. That's going to be senior Ty Ostrander coming up. And Ostrander, 333 this year, 15 official at-bats. So Ostrander steps up to try to start to breathe life into the lineup here. A little bit of it last inning.
Number 11, Tyler Ostrander.
So Ty steps in to face Brennan Confreda, the sophomore. One in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 in the 5th for Viera. 1 in the third and 1 in the 6th for Melbourne. 2-4-0 for Melbourne. 5-6-1 for Viera. Your line scores. tonight. As Confreda's first pitch offering to Ostrander is a ball. And it's 2-0. The 2-0. And Ostrander fights it off. Back to the screen, 2-1. Cruz, Cole Smith, Torres, and Cam Simpkins from first to third. The 2-1. Oh, high heat. Evens it up at 2-2. And Luke Campbell, Jack Malatino, and Ryan Lewis in right. Two balls, two strikes. Say hello once again. Thank Billy Martin. Billy watching from, I believe, Texas, if I remember correctly, tonight. The 2-2. Strike three called, one out. As Lawrence
For the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 36.
Winslow steps in. Winslow's had the best night of any of the Bulldogs at the plate. Two singles tonight. Strike one. And that one is into the gap, and that'll get down. Winslow around first, and nicely cut off. Great job by Malatino to cut it off and hold Winslow to a single. But I got to tell you, Lawrence Winslow swinging a stick tonight. One on now, and back to the top of the Melbourne order with Jake Richardson. So they have run all night on Alex Sosa. Let's see if a left-handed pitcher coming in will slow the roll. And I shouldn't say on Sosa. Dylan Jordan's got a big kick and not real quick to the plate. Let's see if Confreda holds him, being a lefty. So that's not all on Alex for sure. But Melbourne does have 5 stolen bases. And there goes the trophies by interim athletic director Cheryl Dravis. O'Galley, district champs for a 3rd consecutive year, I believe. Congratulations to Bobby Collins. 1 ball and 1 strike to Richardson. Strike 2 on the outside corner. 1-2 now. Thank you, Beth Neal. Confreda with Lawrence Winslow at first. The pitch high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. So Rockledge is gonna have to pay attention then to the bracket release. They should be in, I believe they were a 7 seed in their class and region, but you never want to be a 7 seed because only 8 get in, and 4 of them are guaranteed through district winners. Winslow and pulls it back in, 3-2. I tell you what, if Richardson reaches here, then the tying run would be at the plate in Bryson Ayala with Michael Petit on deck. 3-2. And there goes a bat. At bat out of the hands of Jake Richardson. That thing went all the way over to the dugout. Hunter Turner standing on top of it. Boy, that thing took off, didn't it? Goodness. And Jake putting a little pine tar on it, you think? Thank God for that net. So 3-2 on what I would say was a swing. One out. Lawrence Winslow at first. Lifts this one in the shallow left. Campbell coming. He can't get there. Luke had to hold up. And the reason he did was because if he charges it and he gets away, Richardson's coming all the way around. So a little bloop single in the left field. And the Melbourne Bulldogs are in business, folks, with one out and the second and third batter in the lineup coming up. Ayala struck out, singled, and grounded out as Bryson Ayala steps up. And I tell you what, Brock Doty's going to have a decision to make when Michael Petit steps into the box. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. One and 0 to Bryson. 2-0. And Alex Sosa goes out to talk to his sophomore hurler, trying to lock down a district championship, and the Bulldogs are trying to play spoilers. Two and Ayala can jack one, too. He's more than capable. He is the tying run. Lawrence at second. Richardson at first. Popped up. Is it playable? It is. Hauled in by Ryan Lewis for out number 2. And my, oh my, oh my. What do you do here? I think you put him on. I put him on. And I know you're going to say, why would you put on the tying run? But I think you got to walk this guy.
The right fielder, number 12, Michael Petit.
I wouldn't pitch to him. And I think you got to be as deep as you can possibly be here defensively. Here we go. Low, ball 1. Little tension here. Outside. Now if I'm Michael Petit, it's 2-0. And you know what? I'm making Brennan Confrey to throw me strikes here. I think I'm pretty Michael, he can hit speed, so that's not an issue with Confrey. Michael can hit it. Pitch location is what matters here. Changing speeds and pitch location. You got to stay in on Michael. You can't let him get his arms extended. And, yeah, timeout, says Petit. I don't like the outside location of the ball because if you miss out there and you come in a little bit and you put it on the barrel of his bat, it's going to travel a long way. 2-0. 3-0, and they're just not giving him anything to hit, and I don't blame them. They're not even coming close. Three and 0. See if he's got any kind of a green light here. I doubt it. Pitch inside, but at the letters, and Petit says, okay, now we're ready. That's 3-1. Now you're ready. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Petit, the tying run. Confreda, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Christian Dillard. And Christian Dillard's a pretty good hitter. Really good hitter. Came into the game batting .407, 12 RBIs. Dillard with a .554 OBP, .555 slug, and 1.10 OPS. OBPS. 2 outs, bases juice. What more could you want between these two? Top of the 7th. Viera ahead 5-2. Confreda and Dillard, first pitch swinging. Fouls it back to the screen. Strike 1. You're in a rock and a hard place here because Weatherspoon is on deck. Dillard not a power guy. The power guy is on deck in Weatherspoon. Dillard does have 2 home runs, though. 0-1. What a pitch from Confreda. And the Melbourne Bulldogs are down to their final strike. Can Confreda finish it? Petit with a lead from first. Lawrence with a lead from third. A runner at second with a lead. The 0-2. And Dillard with a little gamesmanship calls time. .02. Confreda. Fouled out of play. And Brendan Confreda, who we've seen here, even on Brevard Sports Network, close out or pitch so many big Little League games over his baseball career thus far, with an opportunity here to get a save and clinch a district championship. The 0-2 outside 1-2. Sosa wanted it. The umpires in the stands wanted it, but it's not to be. 1-2. One more time. Strike 3, Sosa holds it, and the Viera Hawks are 6A-8 district champs. Congratulations. Brennan Confreda with the save. And a valiant effort from the Bulldogs. And the softball and the baseball programs finish it off and get a district championship. Won't be the last time these two teams face each other. They'll likely be right back here in the regional semifinals. Congratulations to the Melbourne Bulldogs on a good tournament. They'll await their fate on the bracket release show coming up. I'll check with Brevard Sports Network to find out when that is. We'll stay here as Cheryl Dravis, the interim athletic director down there, hands out the trophy. Last year, they had to give out the trophy and then FaceTime their coach, who was not with them for a year. And they won't have to FaceTime him today, as he will be here to accept it with his team.
Fans, stick around as we present the District 6A runner-up trophy to the Melbourne Bulldogs.
So again, it's worth pointing out.
Congratulations, Melbourne.
It's worth pointing out
Terrific season.
that the winner of this game,
Thank you.
sorry, Hawk fans, but it is a stat that intrigues me. It is a stat that intrigues me. The winner of this game
The district
between these two teams, and I believe 4 of the last 6 years, has lost the regional semifinal game. So keep an eye on that. But this is a very, very good Viera team. And I don't know. Listen, Melbourne had some great pitching last year, but the Hawks got 3 good arms that can all hit the lower to mid 90s on good days. And there is the picture. And that'll wrap it up. We'll get a post up a little bit later. And there it is. But to talk to Brock Doty, and you know Brock wants this trophy big time for sure. And for Viera Hawks, district champions in 2013, 2016, 17, 18. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Their 3rd straight district championship, 2021. They won it last year, and they win it again as they three-peat. All right, that'll wrap it up here from USSSA Stadium. I want to thank all of you for watching here tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsors, W&J Construction, and, of course, Anchor Plumbing. We're just going to give the Player of the Game award to all of our winners here tonight, the Viera Hawks. And, I mean, just a great baseball game here tonight. It really was. I mean, you had Luke Campbell with a couple of base hits tonight, but just an overall great performance by both of these teams. And, again, it is since 2016 since one of these two programs has won 2 games in the same season. So, WJ Construction, Anchor Plumbing, would like to thank the Hawks RBI Club, Athletic Director Cheryl Dravis, and all of you out there. Once again, your final score, the Viera Hawks 5, the Melbourne Bulldogs 2. The Hawks three-peat as district champs. Have a great night, everybody.